everyone, this is Kiran Jangir and I welcome you all on Civil Shiksha. So, today I am going to discuss a very important topic, and that is interpretation of missing rainfall data. So first of all we will go for the name. I said interpretation of missing rainfall data. So here, what does interpretation stands for and what are the missing data we are going to calculate? Okay. So interpretation is predicting something based on the previous records. Okay. Let us take an example. Let us consider this catchment here. We have pointed some rain gauges in here like P1, like at the station 1. The rain gauge is giving the reading P1 for that year of rainfall. Likely, station 2 is giving the reading recording P2. And likewise, to the N station, the reading is Pn. What happens if this station here is somehow not working for the particular year? Any year that can be not working that for that particular year, and when we get to check, we know that we are not getting this data for that particular year. So what we are going to do to get that data is to use the previous record. Okay, because even if we have maintained this, we have repaired this rain gauge and applied it again here, we cannot ask rain, please occur again, we have missed our reading. No, this will not happen. So what we do, we will use the previous data to get this reading. So consider this as X for that year. Okay, what will be the reading? Px here, and we have to calculate this Px. Okay, so if we are talking about hydrology, then normally we are going to use 30 years data here, okay, for any prediction. So in this case also, what we are going to do, we will use the 30 years rainfall and we will term that as average annual rainfall. Okay, so what is this average annual rainfall? This is average of last 30 years data for that particular rain gauge station. Okay, likewise, if we are denoting this by N, okay, at this station it is N1, at this N2, similarly here NX, and here NN. Okay, so what N here is normal rainfall. Okay, now how we are going to use these readings to calculate this? There can be two cases here. Okay, let's talk about the first one. What is it? If all the values of normal rainfall N1, N2, NX, NN lies between NX plus minus 10% of NX. What does that mean? If I say for the year 1980 or any 3 consecutive years, maybe, if a reading is 180, 170 and 160, okay, and we have the rainfall data missing at station B. Okay, these values are N1, N2, N3. We have P1, P2 and P3, and P2 is missing. We have the value of P1 and P2, P1 and P3. So we have to calculate P2, that is hamari Px. Now this will be Nx. Let's check for the first case. Nx plus minus 10% of Nx. For 170, 10% will be 17. 170 minus 17 will be 153. Okay, and 170 plus 17 is 187. So here you can see N1 and N3. These two lies in between this 153, then 160, then 170, and then 180, then 187. So these values lies in between this plus minus 10% of nx. So here we can go directly. How directly? In such a case, we will go for arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. Okay, like we have to calculate for px. Then px equals to p1 plus p2 plus pn divided by n minus 1. Now there would be a doubt like why n minus 1 here? Because px is taken here. So 1 is missing in them, na? For the first case, this is the formula to get the missing rainfall data. Let's talk about the second case. What it is saying? If any of the values of n1, n2, nx or nn doesn't lie between nx plus minus 10% of nx. So let's take an example again. Likewise, 170, 150 and 190 are n1 normal rainfall values. Okay, we have given p1, p2 and p3. Now here p2 is missing, so it will be px and it will be your nx. Now you can see nx minus 10% of nx will be equal to 153. 170 minus 17 is equal to 153 and nx plus 10% of nx, that is equal to 187. But here notice one thing, 150 and 190 both are out of this range. So now what we are going to do? Now we will use weighted average method or normal ratio method. Okay, and what could be the formula now? The formula for this will be px equals to nx divided by n minus 1 p1 upon n1 plus p2 upon n2 and likewise pn upon nn. Okay, this is known as the weighted average method or weighted average method or normal ratio method. Normal ratio method. Okay, so let's summarize. We are interpreting the missing rainfall data, and for the interpretation we are using the normal rainfall values, which are also known as average annual rainfall. And what is that? That is the previous data we have collected till now. Here P1, P2, Pn are the rainfall data for that particular year for which one of the data is missing. Now we have two cases here. In the first case, we will check if the normal rainfall values, if all the normal rainfall values lies in the range of nx plus minus 10% of nx. Then what we are going to do? We will simply take arithmetic mean. and if it is not satisfied, then what we are going to do, we are going to use the weighted average method or normal ratio method. So I think I have explained it well, you have got it well. Thank you so much.